Yes, good evening. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. What a day it has been. 24 hours has been crazy. Tottenham getting past Burnley in the FA Cup, then waking up to the news of Timo Werner out of absolutely nowhere. And it looks like it's already done. Now, as I've titled the show, Timo Werner, here we go. We'll get the here we go from Romano in a minute. And I said, let's hope Savva's in the mud. Let's clarify something. Gosh, we've been getting some comments today on the channel. Look, just because I said I was underwhelmed with Timo Werner doesn't mean I don't hope he does well in a Spurs shirt. I'm allowed to say I'm a little bit underwhelmed. And I am a little bit underwhelmed. It feels like we've gone and got someone that hasn't worked here before, hasn't really done a lot since, but we're giving him a go. But after speaking to lots of people that are assuring me he's a great fit, cool, I'm ready to go with it. I will go with it. Do I want him? Not particularly. Will I get behind him the moment he's in a Spurs shirt? Sure, absolutely. So I'm being convinced by everyone that this is the guy. He's an angepostecoglou player. He's going to fit the system, and I'm being told he will score a lot of goals and get a lot of assists. I'm more than happy to see that. And you know what? I'm more than happy for Savva to be in the mud. Absolutely happy with it. You know, I think it's really important that not everyone's going to like the same players. Not everyone's going to have the same opinion of a signing we make. I think it's also really important that they're not lambasted for that opinion. I'm all for it. There's been players before, many down the years I've been excited about and they've not worked out. There's been players that I've doubted and they've worked out. That's the life of a football fan. That's not just me. That's everyone watching this video. Admit it to yourselves. We've all had some that have worked, some that haven't, and you hold your hands up and go, okay. So hopefully in 3 or 4 months, I'm sitting on here on stream going, you know what? I was wrong. What a job Timo Werner has done. And as I said earlier with Henry Wright and with Sean Butler, when we were streaming earlier, I think this is going to be one of those where it's either a masterstroke or it's really poor. And I don't think there'll probably be a lot in the middle of it. Love it to be a masterstroke. I'd love Timo Werner to come in and score 10, 15 goals between now and the end of the season. Get 15 goal and assists combined. Sure. Happy. Absolutely happy for it. So let's look at this. So I don't think there's anything wrong with some people liking a player, some people being underwhelmed with a player. It's okay. We just need to stop the whole, you're not a Spurs fan because you don't particularly rate a signing, or you need to go and support another club. We've got to get away from this era of, look, it's 2023. People telling fans that have supported the club for 20, 30, 40 years, go and support someone else because they've got a difference of opinion. It doesn't work like that. So let's have a look at how this has all unfolded. Well, we had Plettigol, Florian Plettenberg this morning saying Spurs are going to sign Timo Werner on loan, a 6-month loan deal. And that's all we knew. And I think a lot of people, I was messaging people going, is this true? And loads of people going, no, this isn't true. And I'm going, I think it might be true. Anyway, it turns out it's true. Let's have a look and see what Fabrizio Romano has said about this in the last few hours, shall we? If we have a look at this, you can see here that Fabrizio Romano in the last 33 minutes has had about 4 to 5 tweets in regards to Timo Werner. So what he said here is Timo Werner to Tottenham. Here we go. Deal in place with RB Leipzig. All documents being prepared. Spurs sign Werner on loan and will also include buy option clause, not mandatory. Timo due to travel to London on Saturday, then time for medical. Now, when he says Saturday, okay, today, so he's talking about tonight. Turkish Airlines, brilliant. Now we even know which flight he's coming in on. So that first tweet was saying, Timo Werner, here we go. The next tweet says this, RB Leipzig manager Marcos Rose confirms Timo Werner deal. He wants to go on loan and we wish him all the best, said Marcos Rose. He needs to play as he wants to go to Euro 2024 and we keep our fingers crossed for him. So that's what the RB Leipzig manager had to say about it. Then, I've just messed that up, haven't I? Then we got this. Tottenham will cover 100% of Timo Werner's salary until June as part of the agreement with RB Leipzig. Medical test booked. He's due to travel this weekend in order to be ready for training next week. Werner can't wait. He can't wait to work under Postecoglou. Then we got this, and we'll get to this in a minute. It was Spurs' full focus now is Radu Dragusin. So, if we now look as well at what Ornstein has said, so I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna bring up what David Ornstein has said. If I can find it, where is Ornstein? So Ornstein said this. Hopefully you can see this. David Ornstein said a bit more information in terms of the monetary side and the details of the deal. He has said Tottenham Hotspur reached total agreement, which we know. 27-year-old will join on loan until the summer with an option to buy, believed to be in the region of 15 to 20 million. Medical as soon as possible, and Spurs covering the salary. Now, what I find interesting about this is it's a no-lose for Spurs. I get that. Whether or not I was underwhelmed with it, I'm coming round to the idea of it, depending on if he brings his shooting boots. And I'll show you what I mean about that in a minute. But I'm coming round to the idea, depending on where he plays, and we'll come to that in a minute. But it's a no-lose for Tottenham, isn't it? It's no risk. I get that. 15 to 20 million euros if he does well. You think about it. If he does well, Tottenham can turn around and go 15 to 20 million euros. Let's hope he does well. Let's hope we have to buy him. That's the win-win situation for fans and for the club. The win-win situation is if he doesn't do well, what have you lost? Okay, we've paid a player for 6 months. So the more that have come around to me, my first reactions, I think everyone saw my first reactions. I'm still not 100% there, but I'm willing to listen to people. I'm willing to listen to their rationale for what's going on. And I think when people give rationale and good responses, I actually think, okay, let me look into this. When people just turn around and go, you're negative, you're not a Spurs fan, go and support someone else, go and die, all of this stuff, I just think to myself, I'm not really going to change my mind. Talk to me about it. Let's talk to each other through it. So, listen, I'm fully prepared to get behind this. The thing I'm going to bring up now is Timo Werner, right? This is his stats. So if we have a look here, hang on, let me just move this up a tiny bit. If we have a look here, actually, I'll scroll down. You can see here, let's go from RB Leipzig, okay? He had a great year, 21 in 31. Then 21 in 45 is a good year. Then 19 in 37 is a good year. Then 34 in 45 is a good year. Now, if we're getting that Timo Werner, if that is the Timo Werner we're going to get, I'm all for it. Why not? Can we see that Timo Werner? Is that Timo Werner still inside of him? If it is, superb business for Spurs. But, playing devil's advocate, what if we get this Timo Werner? 12 in 52, 11 in 37, 16 in 40 is not too bad, but still not as good as the other ratios. And then 2 in 14. I'm aware he's not played that many minutes, but this is what I'm going to ask you. Which Timo Werner are we getting? If it's the one Chelsea first signed, that when they first signed him, I turned around and said, interesting. What I've seen of him, he looks to be a nuisance. He's quick. He gets in good positions. But for me, I always felt that he snapped at things, but he always managed to score in Germany. He came here, and obviously what's going to be levelled at it is, well, it's Chelsea, and Chelsea ruined loads of players. It's the Premier League. Can he handle it? I don't know. I don't know what to think, if I'm brutally honest. But as time goes on, I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to bend my ear, bend my opinion. Listen, he wouldn't have been my first choice or second or third or fourth choice, but he's coming in. He's coming in. I'll get behind him. Let's get him straight in the team against Man United, and let's hope that he bangs some goals. Let's hope that Savva is in the mud. More than happy with that. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for all the generosity. Remember to keep it football. Really appreciate everybody's support. And just remember, we are all Tottenham together. So let me know in the chat, where do you think he'll play? Do you think he'll be preferred on the right, on the left, through the middle? You let me know. How does he fit into this team? Thank you for everyone's support. Really appreciate it. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs. And Savva, will he be in the mud?